Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our talk show. I'm your host, Josh, the woman podcast in the room, and this is...
All work and no coffee makes a very sad DJ. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to our talk show. I'm DJ, and as my co-host Josh over there said, he's Josh. Don't forget we have audio versions on Anchor FM, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you get your podcasting needs. Don't forget it is January, and as such, because it's January, it's Cervical Cancer Awareness Month. And as such, our fundraiser for this month is the Foundation of Women's Cancer, which will be in the link down below if our producer did his job correctly. Otherwise, back to the show. Hi, Josh. How's your day?
Good, I was playing Zelda.
I was dreaming of coffee.
No, you're playing Apex in Jurassic World.
I was just playing Apex for a little while.
It was a long while. You get mad. You're yelling across the
Since
room.
well, see what happened is me and Kim started watching the new Ghostbusters last night.
Afterlife?
Yeah.
What is it on HBO?
No.
Paramount?
Casey's mom got it on Vudu. Got that in Venom.
Voodoo?
Yeah, Vudu you can just rent. You can
okay.
just buy movies. A lot like Blockbuster or whatnot. And I started it last night. Kim fell asleep, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna finish it, right? And I realized at the beginning of the movie that it was all about Egon.
Yes.
Right. The place was Egon's. The little girl was Egon.
Well, granddaughter.
It was right, but she
She's
just like Egon, the whole thing, and then right at the end it hits you because his ghost comes to help his granddaughter.
Spoiler.
Oh man, tears.
Did it? Yeah.
I was sad.
I saw that.
And I was crying.
They looked over.
I'm like, oh, this dirty bitch.
Did you see him look over at him?
Yeah, and apologize and stuff like that.
Lily, what the fuck? And you just realize it's the first movie all over again.
It's not the first movie all over again.
It is and it's not.
Right.
Same villain.
It's the same. It's right. It still goes.
The
there.
little stuff, the little pup, Stay Puft Marshmallow, like this against the window. Yay!
It just had its modern twists and stuff like that, and then, the story actually wasn't that bad.
No.
It was pretty decent of a movie, and especially because the guys were in it at the end.
Are you a god? Answer correctly this time.
Come on, Ray. So that was good. Yes, we're all gods.
It was like bonus push, couples therapy or whatever with Bill Murray and the lady from the first one, and they were doing psychic readings.
Yeah.
It was like she has to look at the card and he has to guess it or get shocked. He's like, I used to do this to my students.
Right.
I like that though. They all look over at him.
But it really was.
They were kind of freaked out. They're like,
yeah. I mean, it
did
really
we shock
was.
him?
It really was a good movie, and even at the end, right when it said for Harold, oh man, it really got you.
I like when he helped pick it up. And like a father son coming out.
Yeah. Well, because I always fucking loved Egon. Everything
Egon
he
was
was in. Everything he was in. Stripes. He was great in Stripes. He had that dry humor, and there's not enough of it in the world.
Like, what's his name? The one that says Bueller.
Oh yeah, fucking the
Dry
eyes guy.
It's the same kind of humor.
Dry eyes. But it was a great movie.
He said tears.
Oh yeah, it really got me. Really upset. I was like,
I gotta look around, right?
I was like, I went outside, smoked a cigarette. I'm like, I gotta play Apex. I can't sit and think about this because this is just. Oh man.
Did you watch Venom?
Have not watched Venom yet, but I imagine Venom's gonna be pretty good. Because Woody Harris is in it.
He played a great Carnage.
And I mean, well, again, I feel like, right, we have a lot of underrated actors.
Well, he's been in the game a long time.
Well, right, but he's done a lot of things, and he's normally your co-host. He's very solemnly
your actor.
right. He's
Zombieland.
Even though it was great, love Tallahassee. Fucking wiping his face with the hundreds, you know.
You shot Bill Murray. I wasn't much of a prankster.
It's okay. I was never a good
Any
zombie.
regrets?
You know.
Garfield.
Garfield. Yeah. You know, so like a lot of your, you know, you're under like I said, Woody Harrelson. He's an underrated actor, but he's a great fucking actor.
Oh, he can play any role
He's
you want.
always your comic relief. Okay, you always expect him to say something funny or off the wall or
Like
crazy.
Ryan Reynolds type.
Right. You know. But he's not a pretty boy like Ryan Reynolds, so he doesn't get cast
He plays
first.
intelligent roles too. Like
you
when
know.
he's the bad guy. He's like really he's the intelligent bad guy.
Like I said,
Hunger
everything
Games.
he's in.
You know why he
he's
wasn't
good at.
eating in Hunger Games? He was always drinking something. Because he's vegan.
Right.
So everything on the set was meat during the shooting. So you never see him eat. Like with everyone else, when they're all eating, he's
Right,
always
right.
drinking. Because he was vegan.
It's really
He's
weird
like,
to
your
think
character's
of.
supposed to eat. He's like, well, I'm not fucking eating that stuff.
It's really weird to think, you know, that he's vegan because he looks like a meat eater guy. Like he looks like he
Him and
loves a big
the gay
juicy
guy in
steak.
Friends with Benefits.
Well, that's like
He played such a good gay guy.
okay, you know, Neil Patrick Harris. Okay, he's always cast as the you know
Have you seen Matrix?
the suave, even in the Matrix.
He's in the Matrix.
Okay,
Sporting actor.
he still had that Barney feel to him, that
He did.
that suave
get
kind of
over it.
like, you know, like
Even when he does Broadway, you can
Howard-
you still see like a
Right.
Barney Stinson in
well,
there.
it's just the, you know, and you know,
Gayest guy
Neil
ever.
Patrick Harris, he has a husband, he's got
Yeah,
you know kids and stuff like
They
that.
do Christmas cards where they all match.
And but he's still like, when he turns it on, okay, he's the coolest cat in the room.
Oh.
You know, and it's almost like,
They did a thing
you know,
one year when he's doing Broadway, and Penny, the actress, was hosting an award,
oh yeah, I think I
award
sent
show,
that to you. Yeah,
and she's like, "Hi, Neil.
he's
Hi.
he's sitting there.
What you doing?" Just sitting with my parents. Those are your
Two
parents.
two Broadway girls, you know, dancing.
There's
fine girls.
no singing and dancing today.
There's no musical number.
I know.
He's like, I got hard of hearing, and it's, you know, it starts with 5, 6, 7, and tries to get up, and
Neil,
she
stop
has, right, she has security come get him.
But still, even in that moment, you're like, it's still Barney Stinson.
Right,
Without
you
the
know.
creepiness.
Well, I mean, again, Neil Patrick Harris, he was a child actor.
Yeah.
He right, he started from, you know, when he was very young, and he was very good at it.
Him and Leo. And
You know,
what's
and
his
he-
name? Toby.
Right, and
Jake
he's
Gyllenhaal.
always had this, like, you know, that's like, you know how you look at a motherfucker and you're like, oh yeah, you know he can sing, dance, do it, just pretty much do it all.
Oh, Wayne Brady.
Yeah, Wayne Brady, right? That's another one. You know, Wayne Brady was on The Masked Singer.
Apparently, The Rock.
Totally
The
unfair.
Rock can sing and rap now.
You know,
And wrestle. And
he-
play
no.
football.
he can't.
He sang Moana.
He
He said you're welcome.
talked through Moana, but he didn't really. But again, you know,
He
like,
had a voice coach.
well, he's still not no Wayne Brady.
No, he
Right.
can't just on the.
Wayne-
Him and Charlie Puth just.
He had like even now, Wayne Brady's still on fucking Who's Line.
Yeah.
You know, because that's fun to him.
Been on Broadway. He's had Tony Awards.
You
he's
know,
had-
like I said, he was on Masked Singer, won that. Totally
won
unfair,
that.
Totally unfair.
Like
You know?
T-Pain.
right? He beat out
Right.
Shaka Khan.
Ah, I know.
Like,
Damn.
like I'm just saying, like you beat out some actual singers that's what they did their whole lives, and you're Wayne Brady. Like you'll
Ryan
just
Reynolds, he can sing, dance.
right. He won Masked Singer in Japan actually. You know, Hugh Jackman. He's another one. Sing, act, dance.
Him and Will Ferrell
You
in
know.
a musical.
And it's a lot of these guys who start out Broadway, improv, you
Vin
know,
Diesel was in Broadway.
a lot of our funny actors like Adam Sandler's, okay? He writes music. Okay?
He played guitar.
He can sing. Okay, nobody thinks he can, but he can.
He has like
Okay.
his own unique way of singing.
Right. Well, yeah, he
You
does,
still
you
hear
know.
his raspy.
But again, right? So just
He
like
wrote Hanukkah.
so just like that, Saturday Night Live.
Oh, Andy
Okay,
Samberg.
if you need a funny person for a movie and you just can't figure out who to get,
Can't afford him.
you go to Saturday Night Live and you pull somebody from there.
Andy Samberg.
Jimmy Fallon, okay, who's on the Tonight Show, I believe it is now, who replaced Jay
You know how
Leno.
he got on Saturday Night Live? Because of his impressions.
Right. Well, because Jimmy Fallon couldn't keep a straight face through a skit. He was famously known for not being able to do a skit with a straight
Him
face.
trying to do Jerry Seinfeld with Jerry Seinfeld.
Right, like he could never.
What's up with the
Like, if
airplane
you-
food?
Go back, look at Jimmy Fallon's Saturday
Oh,
Night
he
Live.
lost it in Cowbells.
I'll be surprised if you can find one where he wasn't cracking up, and half the time because the camera will get off the get off Jimmy as soon as they
Will
quit.
Ferrell went off screen.
Yeah, he was laughing his ass off.
Will Ferrell can stay in character. He method actor throughout anything you put him through. He would not break it. He would continue on being like Borat. He would continue on being his character
Till he saw Jimmy laughing.
No, he like turns back. But when he was doing Anchorman, he went on talk shows as the Anchorman.
Yeah. Like I said, a lot of.
Recently, him and Ryan Reynolds switched places on talk shows.
Yeah, I saw that.
He texted me.
He was supposed to be on Jimmy, and then Ryan popped out, and he's like, "Will Ferrell won't be here."
And he texted me. He's on a run.
Right. He's gonna be late.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. He's not coming.
How late is he gonna be? He's gonna be real late.
He's not coming.
And then
He's
Will
like,
had to
about
go
this
on.
movie? It's a great movie.
It's a great movie.
Great movie. Haven't seen it.
I don't want to talk about it.
And then they did the other thing for Red Notice with Will Ferrell. Red Notice, great movie. He's seen it
movie.
now. Not one bit.
Not yet.
But Ryan's in it.
Speaking of stuff, I saw this thing the other day. They were interviewing. It was a Marvel panel, right? And I think it was for Endgame or whatnot, and it had Tom Holland, the Spider-Man, and then the guy who plays
Falcon.
Falcon.
Yeah,
Anthony
Mack.
Yeah, and he's like, somebody asked Falcon, "Have you seen Spider-Man?"
Oh, there was
he's like, "No, I don't watch that
it was
shit."
Civil War. It was a Kevin Smith at Comic-Con.
Right. He says, "No,
He's
I
like,
don't
wow,
watch
really?
that shit."
And he goes, man, I should really see this movie. And Tom Holland's like, you haven't seen Spider-Man? He's like, no, I'm a grown man. He's like, I haven't seen Falcon. Oh, that's right.
That's right.
And he's like,
there isn't a Falcon movie.
we watched during the Civil War with Infinity War, and he's just talking shit about Tom Holland the entire time.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, poor Tom baby over there needs his juice.
I really is just mad that, he's Spider-Man,
Did you hear what they did to Tom Holland?
I can't wait until they do finally do like the Miles version of Spider, because it's coming, right? They've done.
I thought he was going to be in this one.
I know that. I'm just saying though, they've done every, white guy Spider-Man they could do.
I can spoil a joke for you.
It's time for Miles Morales,
I can spoil a joke for you from the movie. So, Jamie Foxx is down, and Andrew Garfield comes up. He's like, "Oh, my man." And he says whatever his name is. I forgot. My eyes and ears. How you been? He's like, to be honest, you're from Queens. You're kind of badass. I thought you were black. He's like, I'm sure there's a black Spider-Man somewhere out there.
Yeah, probably hitting to the Miles Morales. The
Well, they
thing is
mentioned him in
it's
the
going to be.
MCU. They mentioned him in Spider-Man. He's like, in the first one from, what's his name? Donald Glover's World?
Uh-huh.
He goes, I have a nephew here. And an extended version is him calling Miles saying he's going to be late.
I think it's going to be a lot of searching for the perfect Miles Morales because he's got a really distinctive look about him.
Well, Tom Holland can't be alive. Well, he can't.
Well, that's not true.
If he comes from a different unit. Because Miles Morales' universe, Peter Parker's dead.
That's only one version of that universe, though, because in the game universe,
he's still alive.
they were still alive. They were working together.
The origin story is...
So it really depends on which...
inspired Miles was the Peter Parker died.
Right, and the
and
MCU...
that's how we got Gwen.
The MCU can't do anything, off book. So that,
they want to make more Spider-Man.
Huh?
They want to make more.
I'm sure they do. Have Tom as long as they can. Once he gets too old, he'll be fucked.
But because
can't be 90-year-old Spider-Man.
Because there's multiverses, now that the multiverse is there, you can also make a Spider-Man 3 with Andrew Garfield.
I want them to do L.A. Noir Spider-Man with
in 2099
with Nicolas Cage.
That'd be cool.
Well, because he was the voice for Noir Spider-Man. So and he's right in that age range where it would kind of work.
Well, you know what
You know?
WB slacking on? So they Stephen Colbert asked Keanu Reeves what role would he like to reprise
Oh
from his
yeah,
past,
Constantine.
and he said Constantine. I was like, oh my god, he made such a great Constantine.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, so maybe they'll do it. He goes, no, I tried.
Yeah.
I was like, no, you get Ron Reynolds with that motherfucker. He'll get that movie made.
Right. Well, and just like that, right? It's like now that he's put it out in the world, hey, it's not me, right? Because a lot of fans assume, right, when a movie's not going to get made, they assume it's the actor.
Oh yeah, they
Right,
pulled out or something.
Right. That's the first thing they go to is it's the actor's fault.
Well,
But
that's
a lot of
what-
times the movie just didn't make enough
Well, if
money
it's
when
a
it came out,
if
so
it's
they
a
don't want to
small
do it
movie.
again. Well, Constantine was in no way, shape, nor form. It's Shia LaBeouf.
People
you
didn't know.
Keanu Reeves.
It was DC.
You know.
You hear what I'm saying? Same thing
Right.
with Lucifer.
Well, 'cause-
Lucifer's DC.
Right. At the time, they didn't know
But now,
that.
since the crisis happened, and everyone knows who John Constantine is from Flash
Legends.
and Arrows and Legends,
Right.
and then Lucifer met up with him.
I
You know
don't.
what I'm saying? Like,
That's the other thing too. Is like
and he had his own cartoon.
Constantine wasn't
Big.
like people who like DC
Know who Constantine is.
know who John Constantine is. Okay, he's always been there. It's not somebody they just came up with the past 20 years.
He's part of the magic of the DC universe.
Right, which is a big
Dr.
side.
Fate, you got him. Man, what's his
The
name?
Magician Girl.
Oh,
I
yeah,
can't remember her name.
Vandal Savage,
Savage.
and then the Hawkeye Hawk Girl. They're magic.
A lot of
And magic can hurt Superman.
right.
Oh, Shazam's magic.
Trickster. So
There's a lot in the DC universe. With
Right,
magic, more
but-
than Marvel.
But the problem is for a long time, your main movies from DC was Superman and Batman.
And then they came out with Watchmen, Constantine.
Right? You didn't get a
Like, you
get a whole
you
lot
watch a
of
3-hour DC movie.
even the TV shows, Lois and Clark. Okay, which started back in
the 90s.
the 90s. Okay, was Superman obviously.
But they're
And then
trying
you
to do
got
that whole buddy cop thing.
Right.
It's like
Then you got
Superman's
Smallville
like-
afterwards.
and that paved the way.
Okay, and then
for
went
the
right.
CW shows. Because that went on for 10 years.
Right.
Most shows don't come on for 10
You only
years.
had 9
No,
seasons.
10.
No.
Yes.
Seriously, I think it's
watched
only
all
9.
10.
Okay, maybe you're right. I'm pretty sure it's only 9 though.
No, 9 is Zod and 10 is Apocalypse. I'm going to tell you what each season means.
I watched them a couple of times, but now that we've wasted up like 30 minutes worth of showtime,
I forgot to tell you, fuck my life.
talking about my bullshit. Yeah, you should.
You asked how our day was, and then boom.
We had a fuck my life.
So today is my first day as the boss. After waiting months for this promotion, today is also the day that my replacement, who I trained for 3 months, quits. Now I got 2 jobs for the price of 1. Fuck my life.
That sucks.
That does suck.
It's rather shitty.
What do you tell them? Like,
It just
looks like you gotta find a replacement.
it'd be like that sometimes though. My favorite is when you train your replacement and then they fire you.
I train my own bosses.
You know.
You know how weird that is to train your boss?
Yeah, that's the like the one where you train the person who's
Who fires you?
about to replace you. Like you train the person and then they're like, okay, you're fired. It's like,
Bro, that's
wait, I'm
that's
confused.
a punch in the face.
Right? So like, you had me train this person. Why are you firing me? Right? Because they're going to do the same things that I do because I just trained them. Right? Right? So I'm
And we
confused on
pay
what.
them less.
Right. I'm confused on what the issue is. Oh, well, we pay them less. You know,
We don't need your position.
they're younger, they're whatever. You know,
There's something.
right? There's something. I've had situations like that where I've trained my replacement.
That sucks.
You know, I've had all kinds of fucked up. Working always left a bad taste in my mouth. You try so hard and then they just, fuck yeah.
I don't blame you. You're helping someone else build their dream.
That's right. Fuck yours. Helping someone else live a dream.
That's what it is.
What is our news? What, we got news today?
Yes.
You got news?
School district of Palm Beach County experiencing staff shortage due to the Omicron surge.
You know, it's crazy. So I was talking to Sonia this morning because she's like, she wants to, Brogan's starting to get to that age where he's in school. She's got, time during the day.
Yeah.
And realistically, sitting around playing Apex with me isn't productive.
I thought she'd be writing.
So she was looking for just like a little.
Oh, she wanted to be HR.
Something hustle or whatnot. And I told her, I was like, Palm Beach, there's a sign up on Jog, and I think it's like Forest Hill, just past Forest Hill. And it's one of those big like road signs that has the words going by.
Oh yeah.
That they're looking for crossing guards and stuff. For the school school districts. Apparently, there's a shortage on crossing guards. I was like, fuck, I'd go be a crossing guard.
It's volunteer work.
Huh?
I think it's volunteer.
No, crossing guards get paid, son.
Do they?
Crossing guards make money.
Yeah, but she's all the way up in Okeechobee.
Yes, for her particular situation, yes. But like I said, I was even thinking about going. It's like 4 hours a day. We go.
Well, 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon.
That's right. You go
Can
sit.
you stand that long?
I mean, for 2 or 3 hours, yeah. And again, it's not like I'm out there all day. You go out there 2 hours.
You're out there in the morning.
Get the little shitheads across the crosswalk. Make sure nobody hits them.
I don't
And,
think you can smoke though.
huh?
I don't think you can smoke cigarettes.
I could probably smoke in between groups.
I don't know if you want to be reeking of cigarettes with the kids.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna reek cigarettes either way.
True.
And I don't want the little kids close enough to be smelling me. Like,
You gotta cross them.
yeah, but you stand at the front of the crosswalk and hold the sign while they cross behind you. It's not like you're
That's true.
grabbing them, picking them up, and walking them across.
I got you.
It's right. It's not like a Mission Impossible.
No one's left behind.
Mission Impossible thing. Like, hurry up, little kids, get across. Bring Bella, and Bella can walk them back and forth.
Bring Thor.
Thor just rah, 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 barking at him and stuff.
Yeah, but they also canceled New Year's things in New York because of COVID. Broadway.
Nobody canceled shit. I mean, like, people may have canceled big events.
Like Fox didn't televise the
ball dropping?
No, not that. The Toast and Roast of 2021 or something. 2020, yeah. It's
I know
kind of
Netflix.
special.
Netflix had a Death to 2021 special.
Did they?
Yeah, wasn't as funny
Funny.
as Death to 2020, but it was. They did it.
Another thing, there's a flu Rona.
A flu Rona.
That's when the flu and Corona mutated together.
Oh, lovely. Working together, in cahoots.
And they're in cahoots with each other.
They're in cahoots.
That sucks. I'm doing that whole shortage thing again.
They're still having a lot of trouble with the supermarkets and stuff getting goods in and to where they need to go.
Truck drivers.
Yeah, truck drivers. I told Adam, when he told me about his situation, I was like, yo, man, go fucking get your CDL. I mean, yeah, it's an investment at first, right?
Oh, yeah, because you got to pay some money.
Well, because it's about $15,000 to do the crap. Or not $15,000. 1,500.
1,500.
1,500. I'm sorry. It's about $1,500 to do the classes and stuff like that. But then that gives you your CDL license, and a lot of places,
You pay like $20 an hour.
right?
You sleep in your truck.
For cross country stuff, you can. There's local stuff too, though. You drive Pepsi trucks and.
Oh, Cheney Brothers.
Tom used to drive drive trucks. He'd drive the mail from one end of the state to the other.
Mm-hmm.
He'd take it to the end of the state,
FedEx
drop it off.
Is hiring.
I
don't think you need CDL for FedEx.
No, you don't need CDL for. You don't need CDL for FedEx. You don't need for.
They're hiring night shift, like between.
Now, if you have your CDL, FedEx does have.
Oh, the big truck.
Big trucks, and they do the same thing where they run it up to the end of the state, pick up, bring it back, drop off, you're gone all day and home at night.
I don't know, man. He's a smart kid. I'm sure.
You know.
I hope he figures something out. And he is a good writer. He just doesn't turn it in.
I told him, as smart as he thinks he is, he should be fine. You know, but I just like that. You know, like the different ideas of, you know, like if I didn't live with my wife by now, I'd have gotten me a van, a bed, be just floating around the country.
I want to do that so bad.
You know, just float around the country.
I've been looking at the travel vans and the tiny homes and stuff like that.
Tiny homes. I always wanted to get a bus, like gut it out. You know.
The problem is the bathroom situation, especially for
Why?
big guys like us in a tiny home.
It's all the same. Like the motorhomes, you just get a tank and stop somewhere.
Well, you could get a tank.
You know, or if you're a real dickhead, you just fucking leave the thing open. And
No,
wherever
they biodegradable
wherever you take a shit, it just lets it out onto the road right there. You just pull over while you're driving, take a shit, it just dumps it under. Next time somebody blows a tire and pulls up, they're just in Josh shit.
The space to take the shit.
The space to take the shit?
Yeah, you need some space.
But you're making it yourself, so I would imagine you could make the shitting space to size.
They use biodegradable toilets, I guess that's what they're called.
Biodegradable toilets. I don't think I don't think that's a thing.
Yeah, I'll look it up for you.
I don't really care. We were talking about grocery stores not having food in them properly and stuff like that. What's the next news? What else you got?
I was looking at biodegradable toilets.
You're a biodegradable toilet.
Florida couple arrested after insane road rage attacks ends in gunfire.
Jesus fuck. So, okay. Did they like chase the other person down and start shooting at him? What the fuck?
Let's see what it says. Couple arrested after insane road rage attack ends in gunfire. A couple were arrested after following a man to his home and ramming the vehicle into his while confronting him.
I'm pretty sure that's attempted murder as it is.
Dylan, 24, and Cheyenne, 27, were arrested around 10:30 p.m. on January 1st after following the man to his Port Charlotte home because the man brake checked them while driving.
See, I always tell you about them Dylans. You gotta watch out for them Dylans. If you're brake checking people, like, I don't know, I've never had that issue, right? Like nobody. And normally, if I jump out to say something, they take off. I'm not going to chase them, right? Because I just want them to not do that to anybody else again.
Well, they slammed into another car while 3 children were in the back seat.
Oh, lovely.
And then deputies were responding to a 911 call regarding a road rage incident involving a gun after a man shot 3 rounds in the ground as self-defense warning shots. So I guess the guy is like, "You want to fuck with me?"
At least he shot some warning shots and didn't, you know.
And then, when the deputies arrived on the scene, Perez tried to enter his car. Authorities know that Perez smelled strongly of alcohol and physically prevented him from doing so. Skidmore jumped on the back of a deputy, but was then shrugged off. Perez was charged for resisting an officer. Skidmore was charged for aggravated assault and battery with a deadly weapon and 3 counts of child neglect. Your kids were in the fucking car.
So wait, how did he get child neglect?
Because they rammed into another car with their kids in the car.
I figured that would be child endangerment, not child neglect. Neglect's like when you're like.
Well, then they left the car to go beat that guy's ass.
You know.
So then like
I left my kids at home while I was out road raging. That's probably more neglect. That's just fucking insane.
Eminem's Mom's Spaghetti Restaurant finally gets love from food critics.
What?
Yeah, he opened a Mom's Spaghetti Restaurant.
Eminem Mom's Spaghetti Restaurant.
Yeah.
That can't be real.
Mom's Spaghetti. Knees, arms, weak already.
Can we go there? Where is this spaghetti?
It's in Detroit.
In Detroit?
Mm-hmm.
Is it so like Aren't you supposed to open restaurants and stuff in like high traffic areas?
Eminem is also known for shy telling his fans about his humble beginning as he grew up poor and portrayed such film. He previously opened his own restaurant called Mont Spaghetti. And came no surprise, Eminem also opened a merchandise store called The Trailer inside his Mont Spaghetti restaurant. The New York Times sent a restaurant critic to Detroit in order to check out Eminem's restaurant. The food critic critically claimed for being down to earth and motherly. Something that Eminem and Paul Rosenberg wanted to achieve. It's not Italian cooking, nor is it trying to be. It tastes like your mom's spaghetti.
It's crazy, right? They didn't tell you it's his actual mom working the counter. Hi, I'm Eminem's mom. May I get you some spaghetti? Do they only serve?
They have spaghetti and other food-like items.
Spaghetti and meatballs.
It comes in like a Chinese food thing. Container.
Oh, that's all they could get.
And then they have like a sandwich next to it, maybe like grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese and some tomato soup.
Dragon Ball Super rumors have fans worrying over whether the TV series should return.
See, also that always gets me, right? Like you canceled Netflix, Cowboy Bebop, right? Or I actually liked it, and people actually liked it, but because enough of you complained and hooted and hollered and bitched and moaned, now it's canceled. And like that's just how it's just so crazy. I find like how the world works, right? Like we were talking about the politics the other day. If we were to choose one side or the other, we'd have plenty of fans, followers, this, that, and the third. But it would be because we were condemning one half of the population in favor of the other.
Correct.
Right.
Can't please everyone.
Right. But that's how a lot of people get their famous or get their shows made or get their shows canceled or.
It reminded me of an argument me and Brent had. So you have a utopia, someone uprises, anarchy.
Right.
You take over. He's like, yeah. So what happens if someone tries to take over from you? Well, they're wrong.
Right.
How are they wrong? And you're right. You just took over the last government.
Right.
Why is their opinions wrong?
It's a catch-22.
He's like, because my opinions are right. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense here, Brent. You can't take over one government out of anarchy and then claim that your government's true. And then when someone disagrees with you and tries to take over, they're wrong.
Right.
It's always going to be a circle of people having opinions and objections.
A vicious fucking circle. There is no way out of it.
Because everyone's going to have a different opinion and objection.
Right.
How things should be done. It still goes back to the thing, though. Unless you have a trash bag in your hand, shut the fuck up.
Right. But I mean,
unless you're going to do something about it, don't bitch about it.
I always found it's okay to have a difference of opinion and stuff like that.
You can, but most of the time people have plans when they have different points of opinion. Not like, well, he's wrong. Okay, well, how would you do it? I don't know, but he's wrong. Like, well, okay, when you fucking come up with something,
I have no idea what I'm talking about, but I know that's not right.
What was it? I don't want to hear excuses, only solutions.
Right.
If you have a solution to the problem, feel free.
I don't.
They said to George, we need to shut down. And who's going to pay for us to shut down, George? Well, the government. We're broke, George. You saw what happened last time? It was barely 3 weeks.
We're always broke.
They can't make a decision in Congress. It takes 7 months between two. It took a year between 3 fucking, what's it called? Stimulus checks. Where other countries were getting it every month.
Right.
Because our government can't agree, should we save the people or save money?
Right. Even though at the end you have no people because you've done what you've done. Yeah, it's just crazy. There's no winning. Next news. Well, was that it are we done for news? Are we done with you?
It's only 30 minutes in.
Oh. 36, but who's
you
counting?
You want to end it? Like, I don't know if you...
No. What's the next news?
MCU fans demanding that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is made canon, which they are canon. I don't understand why they would say that.
No, good news. That's dumb.
What else do we got?
So, approved for a new Popeyes to open in
Oh, Jason Derulo was arrested for fighting. There's also videos showing that he fought 2 people and he knocked one of the guys out.
What do you mean, Jason Derulo?
Jason Derulo. Jason Derulo cuffed after attacking men who provoked him, calling him Usher.
Oh man, that's not gonna look good for the.
Oh, it's been a year since the Capitol riot.
It's been a year since what?
On January 6th, tomorrow will be 1 year since the Capitol riot.
Oh, that's crazy. Zach thought I was only 1 year older than him.
Huh?
Yeah, he's 25. I'm like, Zach, that's not. I'm 31.
He
I'll
thought
be
you
31.
were 1 year older than him?
Yeah. And I'm like, how old's your sister? It's like, oh, she's only 1 year. And I'm like, see this, we can't all be 1 year older than you. Right? That's not how that works.
We're all 26?
We're all 26. You know, everybody's just 26.
Remember when I was big and you were small?
Right. Like I had already grown big.
Yes, but Zach, I was smoking cigarettes. Like,
Right.
is Zach the $5 foot long?
What?
With Lonnie? Zach, your cousin.
Yeah.
Was he the $5 foot long?
No, that was Dan.
That was Dan.
That was Dan the man. Yeah.
Oh, Zach's still okay. I know who Zach is.
That's funny. It's funny you remember that. He always tries to forget it. I was like, you were just butt ass naked in the middle of the road, you
Holding
know?
a sign.
Yeah. I'd love to find that picture just for his new girlfriend. Or his current girlfriend. I shouldn't say new. She's been around for a while, a couple of years now.
So, U.S. court revises lawsuit against Pfizer. Others on Iraq terrorism funding claims.
Funyun? Did you say Funyun?
Funding.
Funding. I thought you said Funyun. I'm like, the fuck?
Funyuns.
Why would Funyuns beat goddamn terrorist Funyuns?
Apparently there's beef with Elmo and Iraq.
Oh.
Sister's been through a lot.
Dick.
Apparently Elmo has hilarious beef with Rocco the Rock. Yes, a rock.
He has beef?
He has beef. Unless you've been living under a rock.
Unless you've been living under a rock.
Your entire life, you know who Elmo is. The little red puppet from Sesame Street. He literally seems to be friends with everyone. He's always so nice and encouraging and always trying to learn about new things, which is why he's stable in so many toddler-filled households. That's on screen. Off screen, Elmo makes a great doll. The Tickle Me Elmo toys, blah, blah, blah. Elmo is just the sweetest thing in the world, except when it comes to one thing. A rock. Yes, a rock. Rocco the Rock, to be specific. Let me explain. No, it's true. I promise Elmo really hates Rocco the Rock, which is his pal Zoe's imaginary friend. It totally makes sense for Zoe to have an imaginary friend, given that she's supposed to be 3 years old. But the Rock is always getting in Elmo's way, and he absolutely hates it. Zoe treats the Rock like it's an actual person on the show when we all know it's not, and it's not a real person. It doesn't need to be. It doesn't need people things.
I know. What is it? I saw something the other day with Elmo was on like Jimmy Fallon or something.
What?
You know, and it's like, well, yeah, they do that shit all the time. You know,
Yo, Elmo.
Elmo. Well, really, it's just the guy voicing Elmo underneath the table.
Well, probably like the third guy. Fucking Sesame Street's been on for a long time.
No, it's the same guy.
Same guy?
Yeah, Elmo's been the same person for
Damn.
forever.
And he was on Jimmy Fallon?
So, but yeah, he was on like Jimmy Fallon, and I guess they had to switch spots, and Jimmy ran into the guy holding the puppet, right? Because he was just trying to avoid the puppet, not the
That's the guy?
not the guy. You know, so
Oh, that was awkward.
it's like when they had Kermit the Frog on Masked Singer. It's like, that's not fair because that motherfucker can throw his voice and stuff like that and be.
Yeah, he lost.
Oh yeah, he lost because he was trying to do too much. What else we got?
This company just decided to give employees a 4-day work week permanently.
A 4-day work week permanently?
Yeah.
Like they only work 4 days permanently.
Yeah, me too.
Some places do that.
It's a tech unicorn bowl, Stanford based e-commerce development pilot. The program last fall.
I said some people.
Survey taken at the end of the 3-month trial, people found that 95% of workers and 91% of managers wanted the program to continue. So they'd rather do 4 10-hour days than 5 8-hour days.
I mean, yeah. And you get 3 days off
Mm-hmm.
to recoup, and
they get 3 days off in a row. So they get like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Or they get Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
you know, what is it? Officers do that.
Oh, they do
4 on,
12.
3 off.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, they're doing 12-hour shifts.
right?
But they do like. Yeah, I think it's 4 on, 3 off.
But I mean, it's good. The only problem is like, so when you get places like a racetrack, right, open every day, it's hard to get 4 on, 3 off, and still let people get their hours.
Yeah.
When you have so many working there and stuff like that. So, it's really how you look at it.
I like 4 days.
I'm sure you do.
I do.
I mean, when I worked, I wouldn't have minded being off for a couple extra or an extra day. It just makes it feel longer, But then even like that, right? Like you're upset by the end of the 3rd day because you're like, "Fuck, I got to go back to this place for 4 days." I guess 4 is still better than 5. I don't know.
Well, it depends if you like. Mine's separate.
Right.
So I do like get through the weekend. Then you got your easy Monday day because you have tomorrow off.
Right.
Then you have 2 days off. And you come back to another easy day, which is Thursday, and then you have the next day off to get ready for the weekend.
Right.
So
Get ready for those 3 days again. It's rough.
judge dismisses lawsuit for man who was on the Nevermind album cover.
Oh, did you hear that? I'm surprised that's still going on. Well, it's
No,
not now,
now he dismissed it.
but people are like, "Oh well." So that girl is always talking about like men's wellness and mental health and stuff
What's
like
her
that.
name? Rona.
Right. So
Roma?
she was actually talking about it. She's like, if had it been a little girl on that cover, bitches would have been out.
So the naked kid?
Yeah, a little boy, little naked boy.
Well, he didn't
Diving into
he
the
didn't
pool.
get permission. His parents did.
Right. But that's the thing, right? It's like, so she was saying, she's like, had it been a little girl on the cover of that,
Gone.
Fucking
They're tearing down buildings.
women would have been out in the streets, naked, screaming, painting each other, doing whatever it is the women activists do, which is all well and great. But because it was a little boy, nobody gave a fuck, right?
They say there's no double standard in this world, but there is.
Mm-hmm.
But it goes both ways.
I notice it when I shoot my wife in the foot with a arrow or a little plastic dart,
You get hit with the
and I get hit with a frying pan, and that's perfectly acceptable.
Well, I think same as us as
You know.
society is that we hold women to a higher standard than men.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Sophisticatedly, yeah.
I don't hold nobody to no standard
That's a society.
of nothing.
So
right?
you, for
I
instance,
think you're all fuck
you
ups.
ready? Can we cry?
Male, female.
What? Can we cry?
I mean, you do it all the time.
No, but how do you feel when other people cry?
Oh, you probably shouldn't.
Usually men. How do you feel about other men crying? You
tight-
definitely shouldn't.
Tighten up.
Okay.
You know.
Because of that is why men have the mental. That's why she goes on a mental health thing.
Right.
Because men are the image of strength, why women are paternity and motherly. And so we have them to the higher standard. Like you should know better.
Right.
And men are like, well, you're just a dumb male.
You're just a whiny bitch. Shut
Yeah.
your face.
But when a girl does it, it's like, oh, poor her.
You know.
So it is a double standard. But the same thing, oh, we want equality. You'd be like, okay, Just start putting roofs in.
I mean,
And there's some women who can.
they're
Some
out
women
there
can do
doing it,
welding.
right? Don't give
But
a
the
fuck.
percentage of it, women don't want to.
Well, it's not even they don't want to. Is they also have hard times getting into those jobs because a lot of employers don't want to hire women for those type of jobs unless they're like butchy or whatnot, because they're the guys
More fragile.
right.
But it's scientifically proven that women are more fragile than men.
I mean, yes, but I still don't see that horse shit. Women are as strong as they want to be.
Good morning.
Right. That's it. You want to be strong, bitch. You're gonna be strong. You want to work. You
So
want
a woman co-cocks you in the face.
You want to drive trucks
There's some women truck
all
drivers.
day, front end loaders, digging the dirt. You know, you can. I believe a woman can do a job just as well as any other woman.
But then if the women they're gonna do OnlyFans straight up because they can make fast money.
What I'm saying is, right, is there's no job in this world that a man can do that a woman cannot.
Correct. But the women don't want to anymore.
That has nothing to do with me.
No.
Okay, like that ain't got shit to do with me.
But they blame society.
I don't even think it's okay.
You know the whole sugar daddy thing.
I don't even think it's okay to say that shit, right? Because when you say women don't want to, right,
some women don't want to.
You put the women that do in a bad position.
Some women don't want to. Just like some men don't want to.
Right. I mean, hey, if I could lay around, jerk my dick, read the Bible, and make, thousands of dollars a day because that's what the bitches wanted to see, I probably could. I just never tried, I'm just saying.
DJ's the biggest person on OnlyFans.
I very seriously doubt that'd be true. And,
that's how he made his fortune.
There's people who just put feet pictures, just take pictures of their feet, put it up, and they
There's
make
a
money,
fetish out there that someone likes.
There is a fetish for somebody that somebody likes. That's like when they're like, "Oh, big girls shouldn't be on." What the fuck?
Some people
Some men like that
big
shit.
Girls.
So it's like, really, really, what you need to do is do you and stay the fuck out of other people's business.
I agree.
Because that's how I live. I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna do me.
Who said that? Betty White.
That's right.
When she was asked about the LGBT or whatever community,
right.
She's like, honestly, that's private.
That's right.
They're like, what? Larry King's like, what do you mean? That's their business, and what they do in their home that's private.
That's right.
That's none of my business.
What they do is none of my business.
That's what she said. It's not my business.
None of my goddamn business. Ain't got shit to do with me. Ain't affect me. Don't mean a goddamn thing.
Do you, boo boo?
That's right. Do you? And other people who's fucking with you, not letting you do you, well, shame on them.
Most people out there are like, well, you need to believe in my opinion. Like, no, I don't. You stay with you. And
I need to believe in my opinion,
which is you to you, boo boo.
That's right.
That is a good opinion.
And my opinion is, hey, do what you want, do what you got to. That's right.
Unless it's killing people, and
no, I obviously like.
You should go get some help.
Some of the things are,
there's a line.
There is a line. Things do become too far.
DJ and Sony's new playing card game called "Where's the Line?"
Where's the line?
It's gonna beat Cards Against Humanity.
So like I said, it's just, I don't even.
The oldest U.S. World War II veteran dies at the age of 112.
Jesus. Oh shit. I think I just turned off Facebook.
Oh, we were just talking about this.
What?
Reproductively equality means more men should consider having a vasectomy instead of women getting their toots tied.
I mean, yeah, I guess for I know a lot of men that are like, you mean you can take one of my testicles, I can't get nobody pregnant?
They don't take one of your testicles.
They
snip.
No, they take a ball.
No, they snip the freaking yes.
No.
They don't take the ball anymore.
They take the test.
No,
you only have one testy.
No, you need both of them to produce testosterone. If you have one testy, you're gonna start growing boobs.
No, I don't think that's not right.
A vasectomy is when they snip.
No,
where the sperm comes out.
Right, they snip one ball off.
No.
And put it in a jar and send it home with you.
No.
Here's your testicle. Your wife can now keep it in her purse where it belongs.
Where did you?
That's what Tom told me.
That's what he really told you?
Yeah, he said they cut off one of his balls and put it in a jar. And
No.
I get to look at it every once in a while.
A vasectomy is a surgical procedure for men's sterilization and permanent contraception. During the procedure, the male's vasa defermata, or something like that,
Takes one
are
of your
cut
balls.
and tied or sealed so to prevent sperm from entering the urethra.
See, I know you said that word wrong because I know that's urethra.
Urethra.
Eureka.
No, not eureka, urethra.
Urethra.
They have a picture if you want to send it to you.
No, I'm okay, thanks. You can't put it up on the screen for the viewers?
No,
so
it's just for you.
Oh. I know what happens. They take your ball.
I just
you never see it
read to
again.
you what happened.
You lose a testicle, and then that's it.
California adopts water restrictions as drought drags on.
Yeah, it's been real dry up in California for a while.
And our last news. KFC launched Beyond Meat fried chicken across the United States.
Oh, you know what? I almost forgot about that one. No Florida man for the last news?
Yeah, just ordered a couple.
Oh, that's right, earlier. So, all these places are trying...
Which we did report on this months ago.
What
They were trying to make vegan chicken.
all the...
It was tested in Atlanta, of all places. Plant-based chicken in August 2019.
racist. Just because in Atlanta they don't like chicken there? Love chicken.
I know they like chicken.
But no, it's again, it's just you know, each one of these places
It's for a limited time.
has got, you know, their stuff that they try. What was it? Burger King got the Impossible Whopper to get rid of the beef. You know, everybody's trying to hit that vegan market, but the biggest problem is like a lot of vegans don't like
Their food makes next to regular food.
right. And then so you know they don't change the oil out, right? So they're basically just cooking.
But it says it.
Right. Cooking
And
your
chicken matter.
non-chicken product with a chicken product.
Yeah.
Right. So it's not really
Publix has it.
right.
If you look on top of the thing, vegan items are mixed in with other non-vegan items for your, just so
Right.
you know.
So don't be a little bitch, you know, about it. Like you're like I don't know. So like that's the biggest problem, right? Because they're not just gonna have a whole separate fryer just for
Especially if it's a limited time.
right. You know, so it's really just a gimmick for the meat eaters. Like hell, I'll try it, but again, it's still got regular juice.
I think being healthy is for the rich. That salad wasn't a couple dollars. That salad cost more. It was the most expensive thing on the meal.
How much was that?
The whole combo for the salad is $10 or more.
Jesus.
Yeah. The chicken sandwich is like $8. Hey, Tim.
What?
Tim.
I don't know where.
Facebook.
Oh. Hello, Tim.
He came in at the end.
Come in right at the end, yeah. But yeah, no. So like you don't get
It's expensive
you,
to eat healthy.
right. You know, they want to keep poor people fat,
Mm-hmm.
and the rich people get to be,
They get a nutritionist. They
Right.
Get,
you know, personal
even
trainers.
this pre-pep meals is like $100 a fucking week. Damn.
Yeah.
Better than never.
Oh, that's true.
Better late than never.
But yeah,
Better than you. I was better you, and I give it to you.
Right. It's just crazy how that is. Like, you know,
It is.
because the cheap fat stuff is like you can get a McChicken for $1.25.
Yeah.
Right.
Even the processed food in the store, like the Morningstar, is more expensive than regular.
Right. Well, because you got to think it takes them less to make it.
So it
Right.
costs more.
Huh?
You're talking about the processed food.
Right. So they can put,
Your added
know.
preservatives.
right. They've got 2 million chickens sitting in a coop, So eggs are only 5 cents, you know, where the people who's only got 20 chickens in a coop, right? They got to charge $1 an egg
For the name.
right? So they can make their money, and unfortunately, that messes with things.
It is expensive to try to eat healthy.
Oh, okay.
It is all the time we have
I'm
today.
done with
Thank
you
you
today.
for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe.
Don't forget we have audio versions on Anchor FM, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you get your podcast needs. Also, it's January, and January is cervical cervical cancer awareness month. And as such, our fundraiser for this month is the Foundation of Women's Cancer, which the link will be down below. You can go check them out. Not you, Tim. I know you. Tim don't care about women's cancer. He's like,
Maybe he might. Maybe you have inspired him.
he's gonna start a
GoFundMe.
Don't forget. You told him we do Tuesdays and
Not
Wednesdays.
yet.
Oh, you should probably do that.
We go live every Tuesday morning between the hours of 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. and Wednesday afternoons between the hours of 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. What DJ likes to call our talk show after dark.
Tuesday is always better because I have coffee. This is what happens when I don't have coffee. I'm tired, cranky.
Tim says he's going to start a movement now just to prove you wrong. He's going to be the face of cervical cancer.
I feel like though, right? Like 5 years from now,
He's the
right?
face.
Tim's like, I'm the leading charitable
Fundraiser.
head of a fundraiser for cervical cancer, and you know.
And I'm out.
I don't know. Like, I can't be mad at that, right? Like, I'm like, oh, darn, Tim did.
Then he goes, in your face, DJ, I quit,
Right.
but I did it.
But I did it.
Damn, bro. You're going to shut down the whole foundation?
I've done.
I'm shutting it down.
Shutting it down. I'm just giving it to somebody else. Like, I'm just gonna give it to somebody.
It's
here.
like from the other guys. It's like, did you learn ballet just to make fun of the kid down the street? I did.
Yeah, I learned it ironically.
How do you learn dance ironically?
I never understood that too, right? So, like, if you start a nonprofit foundation, you've got to pay yourself and take care of
You have a board of
yourself.
directors.
So, like, how do you ethically take care of yourself without?
Well, when you first start, you make nothing. Eventually, when you reach a certain quota for your quarter, it's like they do at the South Florida Fair.
Right, we have a board of directors all up in some suits and shit, and you're over here living out of your car
You're
trying to
You're
run,
part of the board of directors.
trying to run this foundation. You know, you're fucking like, how do you run a foundation out of your car? While everybody else working for you
Depending
that
how much
you're
is
paying.
donated and how much you make. Okay, a
You know.
nonprofit means all the money that's made during that nonprofit goes back into the organization.
So your house has got to be part of the nonprofit. People just come stay in your house. Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Nope, we always get a cow.
Toodaloo, motherfuckers. Wait, a cow?
You have to pay property tax.
I don't have to pay property tax. I don't think we can claim you on our taxes.
No, I made more.
Oh, you mean like an actual?
Yeah, okay.
He
So
said,
we'll see
yeah.
you guys next
Oh, he
week.
called me a cow. I'm mad now, girl.
He called me a heifer.
Called me a heifer. Called you a mare, and not a John Mare, a regular mare.
Oh, wow.
Ah,
He's a deer, but not a John Deere.
what do you call a fish with no eyes?
What? Oh, my God. And we're out.